So over the past few days, we've been hearing a lot of new information from the devs about NBA 2K24 and this new system that they are calling Pro Play. And I genuinely think this new feature is going to be a game changer for NBA 2K24 and how this game is going to play to previous iterations of this franchise. So today we're going to be taking a look at all of the information that they have provided in the Courtside Report about this brand new feature. And we're also going to look at some side-by-side gameplay comparisons between NBA 2K23 and NBA 2K24 Pro Play. Let's get started. Guys, the NBA season is approaching fast, which means you're going to need new gear to rep your team for this season, and I have no better place for you to go than pristinejerseys.com. Link will be in the description. Now, before we read all of the new information about Pro Play in the Courtside Report, which again, I highly recommend you guys stick around and listen all the way through this video so you can hear the information that 2K has provided us, we're actually going to take a look at some side-by-side comparisons of NBA 2K24's gameplay and compare it to NBA 2K23. Now, this is a little bit of a disclaimer. Pretty much every single side-by-side comparison you're going to see in this video was filmed and edited by me, and they're not 100%. It's not a one-to-one thing because I couldn't really get every single angle or every single cut the way that I wanted to match the images and videos that we saw in the trailer. But this will give you guys a little bit of a better understanding as how much Pro Play is going to change the game when it comes to dribbling and shooting when transitioning from NBA 2K23 to NBA 2K24. Now, let's start off with a side-by-side comparison between the dribble moves of Kevin Durant from NBA 2K23 to NBA 2K24. On NBA 2K24, it does seem like the movement between each dribble animation and even into the shot attempt, there is a lot more fluidity in those animations, and they do end up moving from one to the next way more smoothly. And something new that we can also see in NBA 2K24 is this little push off that Kevin Durant is doing on his defender to try and create a little bit more separation. And this is something that you're actually going to see throughout the entire NBA 2K24 side-by-side comparison, and we'll get to another clip that looks just like this in a moment. But the really big thing too that you can kind of see in this clip as well is the defensive movement as well. If you look on the left-hand side with the defensive movement, it's a lot more stiff, it's a lot more rigidy. He's also falling behind and not really getting a good contest on Kevin Durant, and he's realistically only getting a contest from the side. However, on the NBA 2K24 gameplay, feet shifting is a lot more fluid, and the player is doing a much better job at staying in front of his opponent and getting a proper contest, and everything really just looks a lot more smooth. So now we're going to take a look at this back and forth comparison between some of the dribbling that Stephen Curry is doing in NBA 2K23 and comparing it to some of the moves that he's doing in NBA 2K24. Now, I made sure to copy the moves exactly as I saw in the NBA 2K24 trailer, and it's pretty simple. You're doing a crossover into a hezzy, following that up with an in and out into a moving step back, which is Curry's signature step back jumper. And I'm gonna say the NBA 2K23 movement is a lot more stiff, and while recording this, I ended up realizing how difficult it is to actually chain an in and out move into a lot of dribble moves. I'm not gonna lie to you. Dribbling just looks and feels more clunky with the moves that we've seen from NBA 2K23 with the direct side comparison to NBA 2K24. And again, something that I really want to mention that you can kind of see in this NBA 2K24 clip is there is a lot more of hand fighting between the offensive player and the defender. Curry's trying to use his hand to create a little bit of separation, and the defender's also trying to hand fight with him as well and try and stay in contact with the person that he is guarding and be able to play better defense on him and potentially get a better contest on a shot that he takes. Now let's take a look at this side-by-side comparison between some of the combos that Paul George was putting up at NBA 2K24 and compare it to NBA 2K23. Now, I'm not gonna lie, this one clip in the trailer for NBA 2K24 definitely went under the radar. I think Paul George is looking super shifty in this clip, and you can see that you can easily chain some crossovers into a snatchback way more fluently in NBA 2K24 in comparison to NBA 2K23. Again, the dribbling just looks more clunky, and it looks a lot smoother on NBA 2K24. And for the final side-by-side comparison, we're going to be taking a look at DeMar DeRozan's post fade in 2K23 compared to 2K24. I'm not gonna lie, there's not a whole lot of difference between these two animations. I'm hoping that the motion capture was just really good on the original post fade and it didn't change a whole lot going into Pro Play on 2K24. But again, the move just looks really smooth, and it makes NBA 2K24 look really promising. So NBA 2K ended up putting out a Courtside Report about all of the gameplay changes that we're going to see in NBA 2K24, and the main thing we're going to be focusing on today is Pro Play. So let's take a look at this stuff right here. The next generation of groundbreaking realism and authenticity arrives in NBA 2K24 on PlayStation 5 and Xbox Series X/S consoles via Pro Play technology. Each year, NBA 2K takes a step forward in delivering first-class results using motion capture, but Pro Play propels the franchise even further with cutting-edge technology to directly translate movements from real NBA games into NBA 2K24 gameplay, making a historic achievement in sports gaming. We've directed athletes for 20 years on how to recreate their signature moves with mocap. Now we can provide the truest forms of contested step backs, acrobatic layups, and more by translating actual NBA footage. This year, you'll see and feel the difference in shots, free throws, off-ball offense, and defense. It's present throughout the game for new-gen consoles. So let's talk about the difference, right? This is the next section of this Courtside Report where they talk about the differences between just regular motion capture and pro play. If you've ever imagined and practiced hitting a contested shot over the hands of an invisible defender on the blacktop, in your driveway, or in the gym, you know it's simply not the same as experiencing it in a real game, and that's essentially the difference between mocap and pro play. Mocap has excelled at getting NBA 2K to this point, bringing players closer to NBA action than ever before, and will continue to serve an important role. But pro play swaps the unnatural technology for peak performance in a natural and intense environment. The shots, motion anytime the player is moving off ball, around the court, dribbling, rebounds, blocks, passes, and free throws feel different in NBA 2K24 New Gen because they've been captured in real-time scenarios. Previous iterations of NBA 2K have featured a variety of dribble packages and unique jump shots, but capturing a contorting athletic layup under the basket or an ankle-breaking step back to create separation from a lockdown defender in a pivotal moment of a game hasn't been possible to this degree. Pro play technology generates authentic movements that can only be made by some of your favorite players. For example, students of the game and avid NBA fans will recognize Kevin Durant's unique jump shot and free throw form, Steph Curry's explosive dribble moves and array of off-dribble jumpers, Nikola Jokic's methodical moves and feathery touch around the rim, and the list goes on and on. Pro play makes the game look and feel more believable and reduces the amount of breaks and authenticity. Now it's going to go over a lot of the new animations that we're going to get with pro play. Every aspect of the game receives an added layer of realism that's visible in every movement and interaction. Here are some of the new animations for new gen powered by pro play. So we're going to get new jump shots, dunks, layups, dribble moves, pass animations, and signature movement on offense and defense. While the primary actions certainly benefit from the ultra realistic tech, they aren't the only areas you'll notice. Casual inbound passes and otherwise unremarkable motions that aren't priority during motion capture have now been scanned to cover even the most minute details. The totality of the movements results in an entirely new level of legitimacy. Pro play has allowed us to transition from manufacturing actions to fully immersing you in the entire NBA experience from the jump ball to the final whistle. Pro play delivers an immersive and authentic game on new gen, while the gameplay enhancements we've made across all consoles in NBA 2K24 provide an elevated experience for everyone. Now, all of this information is really good, and one thing that I do want to bring up is with this new pro play system, we're going to have so many more animations. Mike Wang on Twitter said that this year has the largest year-to-year increase in the amount of animations that we had in the game. 2K23 ended up having 37 unique animations, whereas next year on NBA 2K24 we will have almost 150. And I really hope that this means that there's going to be a lot of different play styles when we're playing in the park, rec, stage, pro-am. I'm really hoping a lot of people are using all the different animations that are provided next year, and I hope a lot of them are really good, because as we know with how 2K is, they can add a lot of animations, but the animations have to be good. They have to create separation. And if you guys know, with some animations in previous 2K, some of them are just not good. One other really big thing that was brought up in the Courtside Report when it comes to the difference between motion capture and pro play is that there are some aspects of the game that they really just didn't have time to capture with mocap, including passing the ball in on an inbound. As you guys know, when you play NBA 2K, you can tell that inbound passes can be pretty abysmal sometimes, simply because you cannot pass the ball at the right angle that you need to. And I'm hoping that pro play, as advertised, can really help make passing the ball on the inbound better, especially when a defender decides to jam the inbound. Yeah, no, again, man, all of this stuff is sounding really good. And with that being said, that is going to be pretty much it for today's video. I hope you guys did enjoy, and leave a comment down below in this video if you guys enjoyed this type of breakdown of the news that we're getting with NBA 2K24. And if you want me to do these type of videos in the future, again, please let me know by liking the video and dropping a comment saying you enjoyed this type of content. But I'm out, man. Peace.